Hello and thanks for tuning in to LandscapeToday.net's weekly U.S. weather outlook for this week of March 7th. Well, last week we talked about El Nino enhanced rains coming into the west, and that's happened, and we're going to see more impacts of El Nino in the week ahead. These are the major weather trends. More wet weather coming to the west. Very heavy rains are coming to the southern plains and lower Mississippi Valley. A lot of rain and likely some severe weather as well. Warmer weather's coming, some warmer temperatures for the Midwest, East, and Southeast, more spring-like conditions coming, at least temporarily, as we go into the week to 2 weeks ahead. Let's look at the current jet stream pattern. What we have is the storminess that hit California moving into Old Mexico, and the ridge of high pressure that's developed in the east drawing up warmer air around that high. So a nice warm-up, a nice spring-like weather pattern for the Midwest and East and Southeast. But this low that's coming in over the desert Southwest and Old Mexico is going to produce copious amounts of rain. We have the high pressure working here to pull Gulf of Mexico moisture in. At the same time, the low, the counterclockwise spin, giving another funnel of moisture into here. So this part of the country right here is going to be a hotbed for very heavy rain, likely severe weather. There could even be snow in the mountains of central Mexico this week with this storm system. Now let's fast forward to next Monday, and we can see the jet stream takes another dip along the west coast. Not as warm in the east by early next week. And see all that blue? There's a lot of cold air up here still, and this cold air is going to start to penetrate into the western United States early next week and will likely make it into this part of the country late next week. So despite the return of springtime temperatures over this portion of the country this week, late next week it'll turn colder again. Now let's look at the precipitation forecast over the next week. Impressive rains. We're talking what could be better than 10 inches of rain here in that light brown area, just short of a foot possible along the Texas-Louisiana border here. But even as you get further out, areas here in the lighter red, this is better than 3 inches of rainfall in the week ahead. So there's likely going to be flooding. There's likely going to be severe weather here in the lower Mississippi Valley, East Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, even Missouri. Out in the west, the Pacific Northwest is getting wet again, along with central and northern California. Southern California, not as wet, but I still think Southern Cal is still going to get some precipitation in the week ahead. We're going to see a very active pattern during the second half of March and into April. And if we were to look at cumulative rainfall totals over the course of 2 weeks, you can see all this orange area here where it's better than 5 inches of rain. Some of this yellow represents what could be more than a foot of rain in some of these states, especially Arkansas, East Texas, and Louisiana in the coming 2 weeks ahead. The nice orange area here, that wet weather along the west coast, California snowpack going to get a nice big boost over the next week to 10 days. Thanks for tuning in this week. Go to LandscapeToday.net for all your latest landscape information needs. I'm Don at dayweather.com. If you have any questions, thanks for tuning in today.